Welcome back. This week marks a very historic week for Bitcoin for many different reasons. First being, we had the highest Bitcoin weekly close in history, which we covered last night at 6 p.m. during the live stream. And then we have the Bitcoin futures ETF, which is scheduled to drop tomorrow on Tuesday. But with all of this positive bullish news, we now have the NYAG coming after crypto lending and borrowing platforms. We're going to talk about all of this today, and I'm going to give you a Bitcoin market update as we're starting to get a little bit of a dip, which could be a potential buying opportunity for altcoins. Let's get into it, babes. All right, this is the first story and the biggest story in crypto. ProShares Bitcoin Futures ETF trades Tuesday, which is going to be tomorrow, October 19th. And this is the first Bitcoin futures that was actually approved by the SEC. There is a difference between Bitcoin ETF and Bitcoin futures ETF. Don't worry, I got you. We'll talk about it. So it is scheduled to start trading tomorrow, and the new ticker for that is going to be BITO. And if you want to go ahead and trade this Bitcoin futures ETF, you can do so through a brokerage account, either Fidelity or Robinhood, and the annual trading fee is 0.95%. However, I don't really vibe with futures or ETFs. And the reason why is you can simply buy Bitcoin yourself and trade it yourself. You don't have to buy a derivative of Bitcoin because it's not a derivative. You can actually buy Bitcoin yourself and you actually get full custody, not while using Robinhood, obviously, but that's really the whole point of Bitcoin. Anyways, let's go ahead and cover what a futures ETF is so we're all on the same page. The best website to utilize for free information regarding traditional finance and cryptocurrency is going to be Investopedia. It is 100% free and my go-to. So let's talk about what the key takeaways are of a futures contract. So futures contracts are financial derivatives, which is the same but different, but not the actual product. Think about calculus. That oblige the buyer to purchase some underlying asset or the seller to sell that asset at a predetermined future price and date. So basically, you are essentially stating that you're going to buy or sell a particular derivative at a specific price in the future. That's why they call them futures. Also, a futures contract allows an investor to speculate on the direction of a security, commodity, or financial instrument, either long or short, using leverage. Futures are often used to hedge the price movement of underlying asset to help prevent losses from unfavorable price changes. A key thing here that gets me a little bit curious is I want to say that the IRS classifies cryptocurrency as property. So I think that it's a little bit interesting that they decided to approve this Bitcoin futures ETF when Bitcoin is kind of, currency, or it can be used as a store of value. Either way, it's very interesting to me, but let's talk about price. This is our beautiful Bitcoin chart. And yesterday or last night on the show, we talked about areas for potential pullbacks because everything is looking immensely bullish. I said to pay attention to the EMA9 as we've been playing the EMA9 beautifully since we had created this bottom here at about $40,000. And just like that, we've been balancing immensely well. So if we do get a lot of volatility and we start dumping, you look to the EMA9 at approximately $59,000 or the EMA21 at about $55,000. A break below the EMA21 would invalidate the bullish scenario here. So that would be the key piece that I'm looking for. And the way I'm able to determine that is looking at previous price action before. Now, taking a look at price and what is happening. We have MACD that's running up. We have RSI that is in overbought, but we can be in overbought for a long time because these are lagging indicators. That's okay. And we have stochastic RSI trying to figure out what it wants to do on the daily. Now, taking a look at the 12-hour chart, we're fighting to stay above. And again, you guys, I kind of feel like we're just going to be vibing a little bit here above the EMA9. And if we get a little bit of a drop, look to 58,000, the EMA21. And again, a bullish scenario would be to completely smash up above $65,000 for today. Right now, because things are a little bit shaky, I'm just going to simply take a step back and just pay attention to the EMA9 and decide what I'm going to do with altcoins based off of that. Again, I do have long-term Bitcoin holds, and right now I'm not interested in getting into a Bitcoin position as of yet because I do expect there to be a lot of volatility and market uncertainty with this Bitcoin futures ETF. And we're going to talk about this story because this has me absolutely heated. NYAG, unregistered crypto lenders must shut down. They are targeting crypto lending and borrowing platforms, which is also known as regulated DeFi. This is absolutely mind-blowing to me, and the reason why it's mind-blowing is these platforms that they're targeting, which it doesn't clearly state in this article, but if you go on crypto Twitter, you can find additional pieces of information, are Celsius and Nexo. I don't use Nexo, but I use Celsius. I love it. I earn passive income every week just by holding some of my crypto there, and I feel 100% safe and protected and confident in using that platform. And the fact that the NYG wants to come in and take away my passive income, because I'm earning anywhere between 8 to 14% on some of my crypto holdings there, is insane to me. I don't have an issue with using the platform. I know how to use it. I literally just leave my crypto there and I make money. They take that cryptocurrency, do exactly what a bank does, and lends it out to other people. And I'm fine with that because a bank's doing that with my money anyways. But the fact that these people in government, these ivory tower people, think that it is okay to continue to take from us instead of getting their own sectors regulated is absolutely appalling and makes me upset. And this is not about parties. This is about everybody in the government that is acting a mess. And this actually correlates with our next story that we're going to talk about. The White House tweeted this earlier today. The cost of the Build Back Better agenda is $0. Wait, I'm not done. Let me finish reading because they've already lied. The president's plan won't add to our national deficit, and no one making under $400,000 per year will see their taxes go up a single penny. It's fully paid for by ensuring big corporations and the very wealthy pay their fair share. The problem I have with this is they lied. They lied. And they said it's going to cost $0 when in fact the second paragraph, they're stating that people that make over $400,000 and large corporations are going to pay for this. Number one, they lied. To me, it's a no-go because what they're going to do is they're going to create these large bills that are like 10,000 pages long and put all this stuff in. So what happens is the middle class, the lower middle class, and the poor are going to end up having to pay for this. And what else is going to happen is when they raise taxes for large corporations, and again, I'm not saying corporations are perfect, but hear me out. When they raise taxes for large corporations, corporations are smart. What they're going to do is they're going to pass those costs down to you. They are going to pass those costs down to you. So you're going to be paying for this stuff. They want to be sneaky and they think that you're stupid. They think that I'm stupid and we are not. Enough is enough. What the government needs to do, they need to balance their budget. They need to stop printing money and they need to get things under control. Furthermore, they need to stop paying all of these politicians these high salaries to do exactly nothing. This is doing nothing. This is costing taxpayer money because it's going to cost money to deal with this bill, to have people look into it, to all the inner fighting. And at the end of the day, guys, this is not about taxing the rich. They are going to pass this cost down to you and you will be impacted. If they could not figure out how to balance the budget effectively during the panorama, what makes you think they're going to do it now? And please make no mistake, this has nothing to do with the current administration. This has to do with all people that are in government office. So don't take this as an attack on them or that particular party. Take it as an attack on the whole entire US government because they don't care about you. And this is proof right there that they came out and they said it's going to cost $0 when in fact it's not. It's going to cost people that are making over 400,000 and then the corporations which will pass that cost down to you. And our last story, Steam bans crypto games while Epic Games welcomes them. And yes, babes, I am calm again. I just had to get that out. So basically, Steam banned apps built on blockchain technology, which the story came out last week, while Epic Games is saying, yay, we want it. This story is absolutely absurd to me because cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, and gaming all go hand in hand along with NFTs. However, I do think the reason why they're banning them is because they don't want to get hit by regulatory bodies, which is crazy. The United States government is trying so hard to stop innovation. And I don't get it because you can bring in more taxpayer dollars that way. You can bring in more revenue with just regulating this stuff or just putting a flat tax and be like, hey, these are the basic guidelines and do this. Either way, Epic Games is going to end up taking over the industry while Steam will probably end up going out like Blockbuster. Thank you guys so much for watching today's show. I am wishing you all a beautiful Monday and epic games. If you like this show, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and set alerts. I will catch y'all later this evening, and I've got some very special guests coming on this week as well. Bye-bye.